everyone, in today's video I'm going to show you how I make spring rolls, so stay tuned. Okay, so before I get started, I'm just going to show you all of the things that I'm using so that you have an idea, and you can change it depending on what you like, what you don't like. And so let me just show you real quick and then I'll get started on chopping everything up. Okay, so what I have here is rice paper, and I found these at my local Asian market. They have different brands, but this is just the one that I picked up. I also need some of these rice noodles, and I also had no idea if there was a difference in the brand, but this is what I found. I'm going to use baby carrots just because I had them and that's convenient. I want to add avocado. I have some bean sprouts found at my local Asian market. I have purple cabbage. These are chives. They told me at the Asian market that this is what they use, and they're not the traditional chives. I tasted one and to me it tasted a bit like garlic, and I think that's exactly what it is. I have cilantro, and then I have mint. I have some shrimp in here, probably more than I need. You're also going to need a dish with some water and some salt. I think I might have lost some footage here. I have gone through and washed all of my herbs, my lettuce, my bean sprouts, the outside of the cabbage, and now I need to pick the leaves off of the mint and also the cilantro. And it's just going to make it easier to have all of this stuff prepped and ready to go when you start rolling your spring rolls. And what I also have going on right now is I'm starting to boil water. I added a little bit of salt to the water, just in about maybe a 1 or 2 quart pan. I have some water started so that I can cook my rice noodles. And they only take about 2-3 minutes. You just want to get the water boiling, and then once it's boiling you can drop your noodles in there. Let them go for a couple of minutes, turn your water off. Once they're soft enough, you can just drain them into a strainer, and you don't have to do anything else to them. You just will add them to your spring rolls. Now I have cilantro I need to do. So I'm just taking off the cilantro leaves from the stems, because just like the mint, you probably don't want to bite into a big stem of cilantro, especially if it's not one of your favorite flavors. So now I have these chives, I guess. You can use the small chives that you're used to. I'm going to make them, let's say, about that long, because I want to be able to put a couple of them inside each roll. Now for the avocado, I want to get that prepped too. This is how I cut an avocado. Look how beautiful that is. I love it. Twist. Okay, that works. What I'm gonna do here is cut them into quarters, peel the avocado, and I'm just going to cut slices. Do this whichever way is most comfortable for you. Okay, now for the cabbage. You want to make thin strips that are going to be able to fit long ways into your roll. So I do them about like that. Just watch your fingers. Now for the little carrots. Okay, now I am going to cut some shrimp. Okay, so I'm going to salt everything. Almost everything. Let's add some salt to the shrimp too. Now I am just going to peel some of these leaves off because I don't want to use this hard part. So I'm just going to break some off, make it a little bit easier. I have sort of an assembly line going on. This is what my rice noodles look like now that they've cooked for a couple of minutes. I'm just going to drain them and pour some cold water over them. So here are my noodles. Okay, so now I'm going to take one rice paper out, and I'm going to show you. These things are like plastic. They sound like plastic. You see that? So I'm just gonna put it in the water that I have. You can't see it too well, but I have water over here. I'm just going to dunk it in. So I put it in water. You don't let it sit here for too long. Maybe, it depends on the paper you get, I've noticed. You don't want it to be completely soft, because if you let it get soft, then you're not gonna be able to roll it. It's going to be a problem because it'll start falling apart. So it's still a little bit tough. I'm not the best roller, I'll tell you that right now. But you do what works for you. So then I'm just draining some of the water off. See, it's still kind of hard. So I have it down on my cutting board now. And I'm going to take a piece of lettuce. So you put your lettuce down. You can see my paper is right here. I'm gonna put lettuce down. I'll put some sprouts down, and you want them to be about as long as you're gonna want your roll to be. I'm going to put just a few leaves in here. Oh, and then I have my mint leaves. I'll put a few of those in there. We'll add some carrots. We'll add some of this garlicky chive stuff. I know somebody will know exactly what that is. Going to add avocado. I'll just put one little strip of avocado there. Put some purple cabbage. It's not perfect. Like I said, I'm not a perfect roller. And I cut these because what they say to do is to put the side that's more pink on the outside of the roll so that you can see it like that. The best way, oh, and then I always forget these. This is only the third time I've made these. So you add your rice noodles. You just put some on top. Some people like more rice noodles. I don't know, you just do what works for you. You're gonna lift from one side, cover, get the other side. See, it's a lot softer now. I'm going to fold it over, and then from the bottom, I'm going to start rolling it. And you want to kind of keep it tight. Your shrimp might start to get a little out of control because it's slippery, so you kind of hold that in place, roll it. And there is my wonky little spring roll. And I'm going to have to wrap them individually in saran wrap or plastic wrap, whatever you want to call it, because if you put these side by side and you try to pull them apart, they're going to stick. So I have a plate over here for now where I'm putting them. I'm going to make a bunch of them, and then I'll wrap them all. And I should probably drop one in there when I'm probably about to start rolling so that I can speed up the process a little bit. And I'm actually on a bit of a time crunch right now. I need to be heading out, but I wanted to make this video. I'll drop this one down, get some lettuce down. You don't have to put lettuce. You don't have to put any of the things that I've put in here. You can put whatever you like. That's the beauty of making them at home. You can do whatever you want. You can add basil, you can add cucumber, you can add pork or chicken as long as it's cooked. Make sure you're adding cooked ingredients. You can change them up. I like mine to be crunchy. And so that's where the carrots, the bean sprouts, and the cabbage come in. I like the crunchness, the crunch factor, if that's what you will call it. I love avocado. I get some healthy fats in there. They're just so delicious. A bit time consuming, like I said. If you have somebody to help you make them, that's a big time bonus. And definitely, this didn't get soft enough. Definitely salt your your veggies that you're putting in, because if not, then it's going to not taste so good. This one's being stubborn, probably because I didn't let it soak long enough. Yep, that's a fail. That's a total fail. All right, guys, I have a million more spring rolls to make, and so I'm gonna shut off the camera, but I hope that gave you an idea of how to make them, and hopefully you try it on your own. Make it for your families, make it for your friends, and enjoy. Thanks so much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, or a thumbs down if you didn't. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think, or if you have any other suggestions. Thanks so much for watching, guys. See you later.